Good evening, Dr. Meltzer.
Hello, good evening.
We have a little real estate problem.
All right.
We have a commercial building for rent. It's very well maintained, and it's in a good area.
Okay.
And we have a prospective tenant who is starting a brand new business. She wants to use it for storage only. She has no previous business credit references. And we want to know how we can be sure that she'll be a reliable tenant. She wants to pay rent a whole year in advance.
And how long is the lease?
A 3-year lease with a 5% increase in the second and third year.
I would say she's going to give you 1 full year rent in advance.
Yeah.
And start paying on the second year's rent the first month. And you hold that 1 year's rent in escrow, you're very safe, sweetheart.
Is that, don't you think she'll give us a problem with holding 1 year rent in escrow?
Well, no, but she offered to do that.
No, she wants to pay. See, she's a person who, like I said, wants to use it for storage, and she's, traveling around the world quite a bit.
So therefore, she's going to give you 1 year's rent.
Yeah.
Okay. And then what she's going to do is start paying monthly rent after she gives you that money. This is the way it's going to work, isn't it?
I imagine so. She even says she would pay like 6 months at a time, like after that.
Well, honey, I think you better be careful to have a very good lease, which I call a good lease in your case means a tough lease.
Yeah.
Because remember, you're dealing with somebody who has no credit standing, and when somebody starts saying 1 year in advance and 6 months at a time and so on, I don't think you have a tenant, darling.
Oh.
I think you have somebody who's daydreaming, or you have somebody who's slightly off their rocker.
Uh-huh.
You see, when you're in real estate, you encounter this all the time. You have a house up for sale for $100,000, and somebody says, "I'll give you $200,000."
Yeah.
And the salesman runs in and says, "Boy, have I got a deal for you."
Yeah.
So I think you ought to do a little checking. My prediction is you have no deal.
No deal. We were wondering if it would be possible to run a credit check on her personal.
Sure. Sure.
Credit. Who would do something like that?
You would do it.
I mean, can we ask her who her bank, who she's
No.
with?
What you do, darling, is you as a landlord renting to somebody can call the credit companies, whether it be TRW or whether you want to go higher, like something like Dun & Bradstreet.
Uh-huh.
And say, "I am a landlord, the owner of this property. I'm about to rent to this person.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to run a thorough credit check on her."
Oh.
They'll do it.
Oh, I see.
And they'll say, "Well, depending what you're doing, $5, $10, or maybe you want to do something for $25 worth, whatever it be."
Oh, I see.
This is what you do.
Yeah. Okay, because I thought maybe, our lawyer would do it or the real estate.
No, why lawyer do it? The lawyer will do it and charge you $100 an hour for it.
Yeah.
You do it and you'll charge yourself no dollars an hour.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Because she seems extremely anxious, and...
Yeah, but there was, pardon me, I don't know the woman, but there's such a thing known as, quote, scatterbrain, unquote.
Yeah.
And that goes for men and women in situations like this.
Uh-huh.
Remember, the deal is too good.
Yeah.
And when a deal is too good, it usually is no deal.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.
Good night.